these Lewis, so a bunch. Okay, so if you've done Lewis structures, a nice little review for you. But if you haven't done Lewis structures, I'm going to show you the method to do, and then I'm going to show you in Chem 101 how to do the Lewis structures. Okay, first thing that we always do with Lewis structures is, I'm just going to put this here, 1. Count the valence electrons. This step, it's the very first step and the very last step you do. So let's do it with, let's just do an, I'm going to start with, because since we have so many who haven't done Lewis structures before, I'm just going to do, oops, easier one. Okay, so 1, count valence electrons. So let's do CH4. How can you count the valence? We just look at our periodic table and we goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just count that. So carbon is 4 because it's in group 4. Hydrogen is 1 because it's in group 1, and there's 4 of them. 8 valence electrons. Again, this is the first step. This is the last step. The second step, draw a structure. Now, a skeleton structure is the simplest way you can, right? The simplest way you can connect. Carbon always likes to be in the middle. So the simplest way, and you connect them with a H, 2 H's, 3 H's, H's. Now, each of these lines, that's 2. So this is 2 electrons, and that's a bond. So each line is 2 electrons. So next thing is you subtract the electrons used. Okay, so remember each electrons. So we've used 2, 4, 6, 8 electrons. So we subtract 8 electrons. We have 0 electrons left. Okay, so we check again back up here. Do we still have 8? I'm going to put 4, check for, and I'm going to talk about this one, hydrogen. I'm going to put another exception in later. Check for octets. And like, oops, like 5 star coming in a minute. What does it mean to check for octets? So checking for octets, so I'm going to put down here. Remember, everyone wants to be like those noble gases, and those noble gases have electrons. So octets means everyone. So every atom wants 8 electrons. At carbon here, we'll do blue. So carbon has 1, 2, 3, 4, which means, and remember each bond is 2 electrons, which means carbon has 2, 4, 6 electrons. Every atom wants 8 valence electrons. Carbon has 8 valence electrons. So carbon, we have checked text. If they don't have 8, we'll talk about what happens. And then again, hydrogen only wants 2 because hydrogen is full and have each of these have 2. So this means our structure is good. Another structure. Let's do NH3. Okay, step 1. So nitrogen is in group 5, so it has 5 valence electrons. Group 1, it has 1 valence electrons, and there's 3 hydrogens. So we add this up, and now number 2, draw the skeleton structure. So again, the simplest way to put these around here. So we put 3 hydrogens around nitrogen. How you put them around here? I just tried to put them equally around. Think of it as like artwork is possible. Okay, that was our skeleton structure. 3, subtract the electrons used. Now remember, each line, so that means we've used 2, 4, 6 electrons. We have 2 left. So here is, I'm actually going to switch these 2 here. Sorry, it's a second. Add remaining electrons as lone. I'm just going to write all these at once so you don't have to rewrite this. Make double, triple bonds. And then 6 check for octet. Repeat step 1, which means electrons. Okay, so I just gave you the whole thing, make you have this. So this is the one we're going to use. We'll just use this for all of them. Okay, so the electrons used. Now we're going to add the remaining as lone pairs. Now remember, everyone, if we look right here, nitrogen has 1, 3. So nitrogen believes those 3 bonds or those 6 are nitrogens, right? Now hydrogen, 2, 2, so these are happy hydrogens. So nitrogen has 6, but remember, we'll have 2 electrons left here, so we can just put these 2 electrons as lone pairs. So what's going on with these Lewis structures? Am I still going in and out?